Hey guys, it is Melissa from Steals, Deals, and Meals. I have a meal prep video for you guys today. I am going to be sharing several items that are going to just make my week a success by, just having them ready to go for when I need a quick meal. I do work during the day and I work part-time outside of the house, so it makes it very convenient to come home and have these things ready. There will also be a few items for the family as well. So let's get into this and let me show you what I'm prepping for this week. Alright guys, so the first item I am prepping is the same as last week. So if you did see last week's meal prep video, you saw that I roasted up these petite broccoli florets. I buy these in the freezer department at Walmart. I love them. Great value, as you can see, value size. But I cooked these up, the whole package for my husband and myself for the week. We are just absolutely loving these lately. So pretty much the same as last week, a little salt and pepper. The only thing I did a little bit different this week was I used some avocado oil. I believe last week I might have just used olive oil or coconut oil. I'll link that video right here up above for you guys, as well as down below. But that is the only difference for this week. So now we're going to make some buffalo cauliflower. I love buffalo cauliflower. It is so good. I've made it so many different ways. I do have a recipe on my channel. I'll link that up in the cards right here for you guys if you want to check that out. But this is an updated version. So what I do is I use this frozen cauliflower. It makes it very easy to prepare. You can use fresh as well. Then what I do is I use this Nutiva coconut oil that is butter flavored. It's so good. I melt it and then I just add some hot sauce to it. You can add whatever your favorite hot sauce is. Just make sure if you are doing keto that there's no added sugars. I just add those together and just mix it up. And then I just pour it over the cauliflower and then I just toss that around so it is fully covered. So to make this an updated version, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some flax meal. I've been doing this with a lot of my veggies lately. I just love the texture that it gives to them as they are cooking. So I'm just going to toss some flax meal on there, just enough to coat it. The butter and the hot sauce will help it stick to it. Just toss that up and make sure it is in an even layer on the baking sheet. And you're just going to put this in an oven at 400 degrees until it gets as crispy as you would like. So while my cauliflower and my broccoli are cooking, I'm going to start rinsing off these baby Bella mushrooms. My daughter loves these. These are mostly going to be for her. I may have a few, but she mostly is the one who likes to eat mushrooms very often. So I'm going to rinse these off. What I do is I spritz them with a little bit of my vinegar spray. If you've watched my prep videos before, I have a spray bottle with half water, half white vinegar, and I will spray that on there, let them sit for a few minutes. Now, I do know that they say sometimes with mushrooms that you're just supposed to wipe them off because it will absorb all the water. But I don't know. I just feel a little bit funny not rinsing them off. What do you guys do? I would love to hear how you guys clean your mushrooms. But it seems to work. And what I do is I lay them on a paper towel to just kind of dry them off a little bit after I rinse them. And then what I do is I slice them up and I lay them on a baking sheet. I do not put any seasonings on them because it's better to let them cook before you put any seasonings on them. So I also purchased some blueberries this week. These will be for the kids' lunches. And they are keto friendly if you are doing keto. I'm just not really into blueberries. I know, surprisingly, it's not a fruit that I really enjoy. But I'm going to wash these for the kids. There's my veggie spray. And I'll let it sit for a few minutes. Then I will rinse them and I will just lay them out on a paper towel until they are dry. So by now my mushrooms have been in the oven for about 10-15 minutes. You can see they have cooked down quite a bit. And you can see there's not a lot of liquid, and that is why I don't season them beforehand, because if you do season them, the salt and everything will just kind of make them very watery. So that's why I will wait until the end. But I will give them just a quick toss. I'll put them back in the oven, usually maybe about 5 minutes or so, and let them just cook down slightly, a little bit more. And then once they are done, I will season them with salt and pepper. So here is my finished buffalo cauliflower. Look how nice and crispy this looks. It is so good. I highly recommend this, guys. Definitely try this out. You will absolutely love this. It is so crispy and just has so much flavor. Just the hot sauce and the buttered coconut oil. I mean, that's all that is on there for seasoning, but it's so good. I highly recommend it. I will, like I said, leave the link for my older video as well, but I am really loving this new version. So once again this week I'm going to be using this organic super firm tofu. I really love this tofu. There are the macros for you guys. There are 5 servings per container, but I usually break it down to about 4 servings, which is about four net carbs, I believe it is, per serving, which is not too bad. So I usually just take the block, I will cut it into 4s, and then I will just basically just cube it up. Very simple, keeping it very simple this week. And then I will just lay it on one of my baking sheets. I reuse the baking sheets from the other veggies. I can just keep reusing the same ones, and I will just put some salt and pepper on top and some avocado oil and throw it in the oven and cook it until it is nice and browned. So next we are on to yet another veggie, and I am loving radishes lately, but what I've been doing is roasting them in the oven. I did purchase these pre-sliced ones this week because they didn't have the whole ones, but this makes life very convenient if you can find them like this. If you don't feel like cutting them up or you just don't have the time, you can just toss them onto a baking sheet. Here are the macros. There are 8 net carbs in the whole bag, so I bought 2 bags of them because they kind of cook down. And basically the same thing as I've been doing with the other veggies. I just lay it in a single layer on a baking sheet, and yes, I do keep reusing the same parchment paper throughout the whole day, and then I will just toss it out at the end of the day. And then I just sprinkle a little salt and pepper on them. You can put garlic powder if you'd like as well, or any of your favorite seasonings. It's very, very simple. And I will just put them in the oven and just the same thing as the others, just roast it up till they get nice and browned and a little bit crispy. And while I have my last batch of veggies in the oven, I'm going to put away my blueberries that are now dried after sitting out on the towels. And I use these little bowls I get at the Dollar Tree. I love these. These are so convenient. They're like a 10-pack for $1. I lay them out, and what I do just to keep the blueberries fresh throughout the week is I put a little piece of some paper towel in there, just a small little piece. It'll keep, all the moisture off of them and keep them fresh. And then I just portion them out, and these will just be quick and easy that I can put in the kids' lunches for the week. So here is another thing that I like to do, and this is a great tip as well. If you love fresh garlic, I recommend chopping it up all in one day, and then what you can do is just use a jar. I like to save some of my jars and reuse them. This coincidentally was a minced garlic in a jar that I had purchased at Aldi's, and I just saved the jar. Sometimes I will buy the pre-minced ones and make life a little bit easier, but I do like the fresh better. So what I usually do is I will just lay it all out on a cutting board, and I will just put a little bit of salt on it and just mince it all up, and then I put a little bit of some olive oil or avocado oil in the jar with it. It keeps it fresh. Put it in the fridge, and you have it ready to go as needed throughout the week. So I also prepped some marinara sauce for the week and also to put in my freezer. This will be for pizza and for pasta for the family. And what I usually do is I will portion it out, put it in some freezer bags, label it, keep it in my freezer. So whenever we need it for a quick meal, it is ready to go. Alright guys, so that is it for this week's meal prep. As you can see, I also have a big container of baby arugula as well that I can add to any of my meals. And this is how I usually portion everything out. I love putting it in the containers like this. That way I can just mix and match and make different meals throughout the week. And I love these containers as well. I picked these up recently at Sam's Club. They fit so great in my refrigerator. They stack so nicely. There are the blueberries ready for the kids' lunches and our garlic if we decide to cook anything else throughout the week that we want to add garlic to it. And my daughter loves to eat it raw as well. And our broccoli and our tomato sauce, which I will be putting into the freezer for future meals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's meal prep. If you are new here, I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. Hit that red button down below. And don't forget to hit the bell button as well so you know when I am uploading. And until next week, I will see you soon, guys. Bye.